Hi everybody, I'm going to try this one more time. This stupid YouTube app, I recorded one of these short videos and then I couldn't stop it, so I had to quit the whole app and I lost the whole video. Yeah, so basically this is just this is something I've thought about doing. I just don't know if you guys are interested in seeing it, but sometimes I kind of have I just want to talk about something for like 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and it's not really a whole video, and it kind of is like, man, I don't, it's kind of a pain in the butt till I have to get in front of my computer and do the whole bit. Whereas if I just have if I'm walking somewhere or going somewhere and I have a few spare minutes, I can just do this and record a quick video. I could even technically get a mic and have better audio, or I could even get a, what is it called, like a gimbal basically, so that the iPhone stays steady even when I'm moving instead of shaking around a lot, because I know that's probably annoying to some people. I don't know if it's worth it to do all that. Let's just see how it goes. If you like these short videos, let me know and I'll make more of them. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about really quickly today is Valorous Stance and Blessed Alliance, but mostly just Blessed Alliance, because it's not really to me a Blessed Alliance or Valorous Stance question. And the reason I'm bringing this up is somebody recently asked me, why are you running Valorous Stance instead of Blessed Alliance? And I've also heard of some people, other people have said, what do you think of Blessed Alliance? And I'll say this, in a Geist deck, I hate Blessed Alliance. And actually, just in all the decks, I don't really like Blessed Alliance. But especially in the Geist deck, because you're a proactive deck. You need to proactively kill creatures so that you can hit people in the face with Geist of Saint-Traft. Blessed Alliance doesn't do that. It's totally depending on them attacking. And so you definitely do not want Blessed Alliance in a Geist deck. And then I think just in general, there's some decks that probably want Blessed Alliance, right? Like they are, maybe you're playing Esper and it's your only source of life gain, and that's maybe sometimes a little more important than just, upgrading some removal spell. I don't know. But in Jeskai decks, I don't really think you want them. I think the decks that you're looking to bring it in against are already pretty good for you. There's not a lot of Infect right now, but against Infect, you just don't need it. There's no reason to waste the sideboard slot on Blessed Alliance for Infect because it's already a pretty good matchup. You already have all your spells kill their freaking creatures. You don't need it. Especially in a Geist deck, because you can pressure them. I can't tell you how many games against Infect I've won by killing their first two dudes and slamming a Geist. Sure, they resolve a whatever creature, but it's like, okay, now I'm clocking you for 6, and I'm gonna hold up a bunch of removal spells and force you to not commit to a creature and dink me for 1 Infect a turn. That's fine. But then if you look at the other matchups, like with big creatures, if Eldrazi is attacking you with a Matter Reshaper and a Reality Smasher, Blessed Alliance is terrible. You can cast it, sure. They're gonna sack their Matter Reshaper, get a card or get something in their hand, and they're gonna hit you for 5. You don't want it there. You need to kill the Reality Smasher. Against Abzan, there's a good chance that they have Lingering Souls tokens. So if the Goyf is killing you and there's still 2 Lingering Souls tokens and they're attacking with 2 souls and a Goyf, Blessed Alliance also looks pretty horrible there. It's I guess less bad against Jund, but you don't need it against Jund. And even then, there's situations where maybe they're attacking you with a Dark Confidant and a Tarmogoyf. Dark Confidant shouldn't be alive, but it could happen. It's not very good there. I just think that for the most part, you want targeted removal. Now you may tell me, oh, but it's good against Boggles. Well, you know what? Boggles has a 90% chance to win against a Jeskai deck. There's just no reason to ever do anything for the Boggles matchup. If you're picking cards and saying, oh, this is going to be great against Boggles, don't do it, because the matchup's already so bad. Just forget about it. If you play Boggles, you're probably just going to lose. Obviously you're gonna have some cards, Engineered Explosives. Maybe you have a Spell Pierce. Spell Snare's okay. But anyway, so yeah, I just don't really like Blessed Alliance. I remember a recent match. Somebody played Thought Knot Seer, and I had a Valorous Stance in hand. And if that was a Blessed Alliance, I just would have taken it. But instead, I was actually able to kill the Thought Knot Seer. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't really think Jeskai needs or wants Blessed Alliance. If you're looking to upgrade your removal for the meta, I think that right now Valorous Stance is a better choice. I don't want to run something that gains them life like Condemn, because we do want to kill them. Whereas a control deck in theory just doesn't care about their life total. So So on Valorous Stance, I don't really, like, I'm playing one right now, but it's not that I'm super excited about it, because one thing I kind of don't really like necessarily doing is just like having these like incremental removal upgrades, because I feel like it's inefficient use of a sideboard slot. And so Valorous Stance is path number 5 essentially, and a lot of times you're going to be taking out a lightning bolt or helix and bringing it in. But I think there's enough big creature decks right now where it is justifiable, because it's obviously going to be completely great and reasonable versus one of the like Jund Death Shadow decks. But where it's better than Pat, like if that's all there was, I would probably just run 2 EE and be done with it. But I'm swapping out 1 EE, because what you're normally doing with them is killing creatures. It's nice to have it as a catch-all, but a lot of times you're killing creatures with it. And of course it's great against Death Shadow and Tarmogoyf, but it's not very good against Eldrazi. And the way I think the Eldrazi matches end up going anyway is, like, if it's Eldrazi Tron and they chalice on 1 and you can't do anything about it, maybe you're just going to die really quickly. But they're mid-range decks, and what ends up happening is, you know, it's not like you don't have a super fast clock against those decks. Now you can sometimes like really race them with a Geist if you're playing that deck. You can, you know, land a Geist and maybe they land a thing and you kill their thing and you're attacking and they're attacking you and you Thundermaw Hogkite them and win or something. But that doesn't always happen that way. And in sideboard games, you're probably just going to end up in a grindy game where you're trying to kill all their stuff, get card advantage with Snapcaster Mages, resolve Ancestral Visions and things like that. And so it's nice to be able to take out Bolt and Helix, which can sometimes be do-nothings, except, you know, shooting them, and bring in another spell that actually kills their creatures. So it's also, so you have Jund, Death Shadow, you have the 2 Eldrazi decks, and I think you can bring in a Valorous Stance against Abzan and Jund. So you got 5 more or less tier 1 decks, or tier 1.5 decks, in which bringing in a Valorous Stance is completely reasonable. And so I think you can get away with running it, even if it's just kind of sort of a, I don't know, I feel like it's half a sideboard slot in a way. But yeah, Blessed Alliance, don't like it. I don't run it. I don't ever plan to run it. I tested it a bit, and that's just my thoughts on it. All right, well, those 7.5 minutes was a little longer than even the last video. But if you like these kind of things and you don't mind just like me talking about stuff that comes up, or maybe responding to people's comments in video, let me know and I'll do more of them. Let's see if I can end the video this time.